Oh, hey, babe. I'm sorry, did I wake you? My night classes went late again. Thought you'd be asleep by the time I got home. Can't sleep? Oh, did you miss me? Kidding. Seriously, though, don't you have an 8 a.m.? You should really try and get some rest. Anxious? Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Anything in particular bothering you, or just a stressful day, huh? Yeah, I get it. If my fiction professor assigns me one more 10-page paper, I think I might just die. Can I do anything to help? Read you a story? Really? Like an honest-to-God bedtime story? No, I'm not making fun of you. I've never done that before. I think the last time someone read me a bedtime story, I was like 5 or something. You like hearing my voice? Really? No, I don't think that's weird. It's really cute, actually. I didn't know you liked it that much. Well, if you think listening to me ramble on will help you relax, then sure, why not? But I'm picking the story. I do not have bad taste. Rude. That is what you are. Asking me to read to you and then making fun of me before I even get started? Oh, you're sorry. Yeah, I bet you're sorry. Stop. That tickle. Oh my god. Oh, stop. Okay. You win. Alright. I promise I will pick a good story and I will take it mostly seriously. Okay. Let me look something up real quick. Oh, wait. Aren't those old fairy tales you like public domain? That should be easy to find, right? Let's see. Grimm's Fairy Tales. And here. No. No. Oh, here we go. Rapunzel. I know that one. Okay. You comfy? All tucked in? Cool. You're so cute, you know that? All snuggled up. Makes me want to steal a kiss. I am not a goof. I'm your boyfriend. Nice to meet you. Anyways, there once lived a man and his wife who had long wished for a child, but in vain. Okay, what is up with all these fictional couples being infertile? No, I'm serious. Like, is there something in the fairy tale water? Or did medieval peasants just not eat enough for her? I am taking this seriously. I just have some questions. Some very valid questions. No, shush. Ahem. At last, the woman believed that God would grant her desire. Now there was at the back of their house a little window which overlooked a beautiful garden full of the finest vegetables and flowers. But there was a high wall all around it, and no one ventured into it, for it belonged to a witch of great might, and of whom all the world was afraid. Fair, I guess. Always gotta beware witches in these kinds of stories. One day, the wife was standing at the window, and looking into the garden, she saw a bed filled with the finest rampion. And rampion? What the hell is rampion? No, I need this explained, or my immersion's gonna be broken. Hang on. I'll look it up. No. No way. Rampion, also known as Rapunzel, is a species of bellflower commonly grown for its leaves. Are you telling me this princess is named after lettuce? Who names their kid after lettuce? That's gotta be some form of abuse. Why are you laughing at me? This is serious. Imagine if I named my kid Turnip. That's what they did to her. The Grimm brothers are just like that? Oh God. What other nonsense is in here that Disney didn't cover? Okay, fine. I'll keep going. Just know that I heavily disapprove of the actions of this fairy tale couple. Rampion. God. One day, the wife was standing at the window and looking into the garden. She saw a bed filled with the finest rampion, and it looked so fresh and green that she began to wish for some. And at length she longed for it greatly. This went on for days, and as she knew she could not get the rampion, she pined away and grew pale and miserable. Then the man was uneasy and asked, "What is the matter, dear wife?" "Oh," she answered, "I shall surely die unless I have some of that rampion to eat that grows in the garden at the back of our house." You know what? I would make fun of her for this, but this is exactly what you sound like when you don't eat. Oh, yes, it is. Remember that one time our pizza delivery was an hour late? I thought you were going to eat me. Anyways, the man who loved her very much thought to himself, "Rather than lose my wife, I will get some rampion, cost what it will." Aw, well, that's nice. Hey, babe, if I was going to die if I didn't get a buffalo chicken wrap, would you... Hey, no hitting me with a pillow, or I'll take it from you, okay? So in the twilight, the man climbed over the wall into the witch's garden, plucked hastily a handful of rampion, and brought it to his wife. She made a salad of it at once, and ate of it to her heart's content. But she liked it so much, and it tasted so good, that the next day she longed for it thrice as much as she had done before. If she was to have any rest, the man must climb over the wall once more. I think this lady has a problem. So he went in the twilight again, and as he was climbing back, he saw all at once the witch standing before him. He was terribly frightened as she cried, "How dare you climb over into my garden like a thief and steal my rampion? It shall be the worse for you." "Oh," answered he, "be merciful rather than just. I have only done it through necessity, for my wife saw your rampion out of the window and became possessed with so great a longing that she would have died if she could not have had some to eat." Then the witch said, "If it is all as you say, you may have as much rampion as you like, on one condition. The child that your wife will bear must be given to me, and I will care for it like a mother." No, don't tell me they sell this poor kid for some lettuce. Oh my God, they totally do. And then the witch names her Lettuce. Oh, poor Lettuce. We hardly knew ye. Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little, or this is gonna put me to sleep. Ahem. So he trades his unborn baby for some hardy greens, and then the witch takes her when she's born and names her Lettuce, Rapunzel, and she puts her in this tall tower. Yep, now this sounds familiar. Okay. And when she wants to come in, she says, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," blah, 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 blah. Okay. Rapunzel had beautiful long hair that shone like gold. When she heard the voice of the witch, she would unbind the plaits of her hair and let it down below, and the witch would climb up it. Up it. The witch would climb up it? Anyway, after they had lived thus a few years, it happened that as the king's son... Aha! Here's the prince. As the king's son was riding through the wood, he came to the tower, and as he drew near, he heard a voice singing so sweetly that he stood still and listened. It was Rapunzel in her loneliness, trying to pass away the time with sweet songs. The king's son wished to go into her, and sought to find a door in the tower, but there was none. So he rode home, but the song had entered into his heart, and every day he went into the wood and listened to it. Cute, or creepy, depends on your taste, I suppose. Once, as he was standing there under a tree, he saw the witch come up, and listened while she called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Then he saw how Rapunzel let down her long hair, and how the witch climbed up by it, and went into her. And he said to himself, "Since that is the ladder, I will climb it and seek my fortune." No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying. It's just, that's so creepy. To seek his fortune? What in the world? Okay, yes, I know you're trying to sleep, but personally, I think my commentary is very additive. Thank you. Fine, I will stop interrupting. Or I'll try. No, that's the best you're gonna get. I will try. Ahem. The next day, as soon as it began to grow dusk, the prince went into the tower and cried, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." And she let down her hair. The king's son climbed up by it. Rapunzel was greatly terrified when she saw that a man had come into her, for she had never seen one before. Holy shit. But the king's son began speaking so kindly to her, and told her how her singing had entered into his heart, so that he could have no peace until he had seen her herself. Then Rapunzel forgot her terror, and when he asked her to take him for her husband, and she saw that he was young and beautiful, she thought to herself, "I certainly like him much better than old Mother Gothel." And she put her hand into his hand. What? No, I know I said, but come on, like, are you hearing this? The first man she ever meets, and she's just like, "Yeah, sure, this one. He's better than the evil witch, so he's good enough?" Like, get some standards, you poor woman. Like, get a better name, and some standards. Like, God, you're telling me these stories are for kids? Like, what are they supposed to be learning from this? Avoid leafy vegetables? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so she set on the prince, fine, whatever. She said, "I would willingly go with thee, but I do not know how I shall get out. When you come, bring each time a silken rope, and I will make a ladder, and when it is ready, I will get down by it, out of the tower, and you shall take me away on your horse." They agreed that he should come to her every evening, as the old woman came in the daytime. So the witch knew nothing of all this, until once Rapunzel said to her unwittingly, "Mother Gothel, how is it that you climb up here so slowly, and the king's son is with me in a moment?" Wait, okay, can I just say something though? Like, just real quick here, please. Yes, okay. What just happened here? She comes up with this great idea to make a ladder, and they keep it a secret for how long, and then she just gives it all away? Like, what? Why? What's going on? I cannot just roll with it. I'm sorry. There are just too many poor writing decisions here, and things just happen. I mean, where is the character agency? Like, Brothers Grimm do not deserve their stellar reputation if this is what all their stories are like. You know what? Whatever. I'm done. I'm done trying to make sense of anything. Let's just finish this. Okay, so Rapunzel spills the beans, the witch gets all mad, and in her anger, she seized Rapunzel by her beautiful hair, and then grasping a pair of shears in her hand, snip, snap, the beautiful locks lay on the ground, and she was so hard-hearted that she took Rapunzel and put her in a desert place, where she lived in great woe and misery. Sounds about right. The same day on which she took Rapunzel away, she went back to the tower in the evening and made fast the several locks of hair to the window. And the king's son came and cried, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Then she let the hair down, and the king's son climbed up. But instead of his dearest Rapunzel, he found the witch looking at him with wicked glittering eyes. "Aha!" cried she, mocking him. "You came for your darling, but the sweet bird sits no longer in the nest and sings no more. The cat has got her, and will scratch out your eyes as well. Rapunzel is lost to you. You will see her no more." The king's son was beside himself with grief, and in his agony he sprang from the tower. What the fuck? Okay, no, not even touching that. In his agony, he sprang from the tower. He escaped with life, but the thorns on which he fell put out his eyes. Then he wandered blind through the wood, eating nothing but roots and berries, and doing nothing but lament and weep for the loss of his dearest wife. So he wandered several years in misery, until at last he came to the desert place where Rapunzel lived with her twin children that she had born. A boy and a girl? Children? When did this happen? At first he heard a voice that he thought he knew, and when he reached the place from which it seemed to come, Rapunzel knew him, and fell on his neck and wept. And when her tears touched his eyes, they became clear again, and he could see with them as well as ever. Then he took her to his kingdom, where he was received with great joy, and there they lived long and happily. Wow, well, there you go. Happy ending. Twin terrors notwithstanding, this has been story time with your amazing boyfriend, and I do hope you've enjoyed. You feeling any better, babe? Babe? Oh, you're asleep. Well, what do you know? I guess it did work after all. Oh, come here, sweetheart. You're so warm. If it gets you to sleep this peacefully, I guess I'll have to read to you more often. Maybe something a little more modern this time, though. I will never look at lettuce the same way. Anyways. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep well.